Hello everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you the procedures of doing regular traffic stop and felony stop based on Departmental Handbook of San Andreas Police Department in Mudoo RPG. Before we continue, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Enjoy!
Don't let me
As the act of operating a motor vehicle classify itself as both a right and at the same time a privilege granted by the state, as in to attempt the risks associated to the improper operation of said machinations, it is a responsibility of the San Andreas Police Department to handle to make sure that the traffic code itself is enforced and at the same time respected. Step 1 is the beginning. First of all, before attempting a traffic stop, you should make sure to spot a violator of the traffic or penal code. Upon said violator having been spotted, your next approach is to tail him with the light and siren on and issue compliance by means of megaphone. Once the vehicle itself stops in its tracks, order it to additionally turn the engine off. Step 2 is plate search and radio. Your second step should be to radio in the model, color, plates and occupants of the vehicle. If you are outnumbered during the stop, you might want to call an additional unit, as in to discourage possible violence from happening. Second step should be to run the plates of the vehicle and see who is the owner, and then run a check on the name that comes up. This is to be done, as in to avoid that you are walking toward a violent felon unprepared, as what you think might be a normal routine check can potentially turn into a deadly accident. If the occupant in question happened to be a felon indeed, then the traffic stop has to be turned into a felony stop, which I will be showing it after the regular stop. Step 3 is approach. Before approaching the vehicle, assess the occupants with the officers on scene. Be sure to look inside the vehicle interior as you approach it, preferably with a partner handling the other side of the vehicle as well, and remain vigilant. Ask the driver to provide its documentation to you. And if a fine has to be handled, say the reason, and then proceed to issue it to the occupant. Always try to get the documentation of the driver first, as that's a core need. If the driver decides to escape from you, and you hold, or at least sought his documentation, a warrant can be obtained for his violation of the penal code. If you spot contraband in the car, or the driver had performed an arrestable offense before you pulled him over, the traffic stop can now be turned into an arrest or a felony stop if there is a concrete risk. Extra caution must be applied if there is a weapon in open sight that can be used against you. When returning to your cruiser, do not give your back to the driver, as that can make you a good target. The next is felony stop. Eventually, as you will stop vehicles during your line of duty, you will come towards some specific situation where the occupants of the vehicle have not committed a normal traffic violation and/or are known to be highly volatile and dangerous when being attempted to be taken into custody, as such, forcing you to turn your routine check-in to a felony stop. Introduction. A felony stop, also called high-risk traffic stop, is when you are indeed stopping a vehicle whose occupants are wanted for a grievous violation of the penal code, hence the word felon, or are known believed to be highly dangerous, not making it feasible to approach the driver's window due to a concrete risk toward the officer part. Step 1 is when to perform a felony stop. Before attempting a felony stop, you should take in consideration the following factors: location of the felony stop, preparation before the stop, and communication and officer presence. Step 2 is execution of the felony stop. Initiate first of all by surveilling the vehicle and asking for officer presence, trying to dispatch to your location as many cruisers as you can. Once you have an adequate number of vehicles, approach the vehicle with your partners and surround it. Expect the occupants to be armed at all times, so do not show your back to their vehicles lest you get shot in it. Step 3 is commands to be issued. Let the dedicated negotiator, or the first unit that pulled over the vehicle, to begin issuing the verbal orders to the occupants of the vehicle. The keys are to be asked to be tossed from the windows to avoid the engine gets turned on. The occupants are to be asked one at a time to step out of their vehicles, placing their hands out of the window first and then opening the door, stepping out. After the occupants step out, ask them to keep your back against you so that they do not directly look at you. And to slowly perform a specified amount of steps toward you while still looking away from you, and then to stop. Get on their knees and lay down on their stomach. This is when the designated cuffing unit steps in.